Hello everyone. Happy Monday. I hope that you're all doing well today. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a combination today for your week ahead reading of the Mermaid Oracle and the Spirit Oracle. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody else is picking up. There's a bit of weird, tense energy today and maybe a bit of miscommunication. I have had people contact me about that, so and also I've experienced it a bit myself today. So let's just see what the powers that be have to say. I'm going to draw three mermaid cards for us to give some guidance for the week ahead, and then I'm going to draw three from the Spirit Oracle to see what messages come through. All right. Okay, so what do we need to know this week, please? For those of you watching for the first time, I shuffle in my hand. Oops, and there we go. I wait for just one to fall out, all right? Waves of prosperity. This is always good to know. It's always a good message to get. Okay, new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. This is really wonderful, and I've had a lot of messages like that, for people that I've done readings for recently, that it says there are opportunities and abundance coming in. The whole energy around us is changing quite substantially. And even though we do feel this discomfort during the day, or that we feel like there's some heavy weeks or even heavy months, and yes, obviously we've had some of those heavy ones in the past couple of months. However, we need to be observant and very cognizant of the fact that when we have these kind of energies around us, it's often something that is shifting. We're shifting out of a comfort zone, we're shifting into a new phase, we are maybe processing emotions or things that are affecting us in our lives right now. Maybe we've been suppressing certain energies within ourselves and we need to express them, and that's not always comfortable. But whatever it is, we need to honor these shifts and say, okay, nothing is always comfortable, and certainly healing as well, whether you're healing a relationship, a situation, yourself, it's not always comfortable. Okay, but often once we've had this discomfort, after this, we get these kind of energies coming through, and this is really what I feel might be happening here. Okay, new abundance and exciting opportunities. I also want to say, if you have an opportunity coming for you, remember to be grateful for it, to be aware of them, and be very kind of perceptive of what's going on around you right now. And also, if you are taking a new opportunity and leaving the previous opportunity that you had, or leaving something behind, don't forget to leave in good stead and in a place of gratitude for what came. Because even if something no longer serves us, often it came into our lives because it did serve us at the time. And we need to be in gratitude, and we need to remember to honor that. Okay, so be grateful, send out gratitude in advance for this abundance that's coming up, or this opportunity that comes up, and be alert and aware of them happening around you. Okay, don't miss one if it's going to come along. Also, at the same time, also be discerning of the opportunities that come along and which ones to choose and which not to choose, because if there are a lot of them coming in, it possibly means that you need to make a choice here. Okay. All right, let's see what else comes up. What else do we need to know this week ahead, please? There we go. Father healing. Okay, this is very interesting. All right, so this card says here, your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. Okay, so that doesn't matter what your religious or spiritual persuasion is. We all have a perception of heaven. Give it up to your guide, your spirit guide, your guardians, give it up to the universe, whatever it is, okay? But we need to be very aware of what father healing energy is. Father healing energy, or fatherly energy, or your yang energy, if you're thinking of yin and yang, it's, there's receptivity and expansion and that kind of energy, and this is what the father energy is. When we see the father energy, this is saying to us either there is literally a father-child kind of relationship we need to deal with, that we need to process, or we need to have a conversation. But this is saying here, your personal power will increase as you give any father related issues to heaven. Now, universal energies are either male or female, okay? And a male energy in general, we're not talking about a human being as a male only. Your parents are here as energies in your life. They're representative of certain things. They're energies that are here to teach you something. And the masculine or male or father energy is very expansive and giving, okay? Again, please don't think this of just, think of, well, my father's not expansive and giving, for instance. It's the masculine energy, okay? Feminine energy is very receptive, okay, and it's nurturing, but the male energy is pushing out, okay. So female energy is nurturing and receptive, kind of bringing in, receiving, and this is expansive energy. So when we are unhealed with respect to our father, whoever he is and whatever he represents as an energy in your life, then the universe seems to be ungenerous for us, okay, or towards us. And if we're unhealed towards our mother, for instance, we wouldn't accept gifts the universe offers us. So often our abundance is affected by the relationships we have with our parents. And again, your parent is a fundamental energy that comes in. Yes, they're in the form of a human being, but we have a healthy relationship with them or a not so healthy relationship with them, the fact remains that they are an energy that had to come into our lives for us to learn certain things. They have a purpose. Okay, whether we hate their guts or whether we adore them, there was a purpose behind them coming into our lives as a very specific energy and as a lesson. All right. For those of you who've done the readings with me where I do mother healing energy and father healing energy, you'll know that they come up with very basic lessons. So your father's here, for instance, to teach you patience, maybe because he didn't have any patience. So you want to be less like that person or have less character traits of that person, which in turn gives you your own development on your own level. All right, so that is something to think about, and that's where the healing comes from, the acknowledgement that this is actually a lesson and an energy that comes into your life for a very good reason. And for us to rather look for the lesson rather than feeling unhealed or oppressed or frustrated by this specific connection or the specific relationship we have on a spiritual level. All right, I hope that makes sense to some of you there. All right, what else do we need to know this week, please? There we go, that was a quick one. Make a decision. Okay. I had this for a few clients recently as well, that there's kind of this tendency to not make a decision. Okay, we're kind of shying away from certain things. Sorry, I'm trying to get the glare off here for you, but I'm sure you can see well enough. Let me quickly show you. So it says, feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. Okay, I had a very interesting day yesterday when I did a lot of readings for a lot of people at once in one day, and a lot of them were given this kind of message through me. Feeling stuck or indecisive, you need to listen to your intuition and make a decision. So I said this to quite a few people, and I have in the recent past. And what this is saying to us is we need to remember to have the discernment between intuition and a gut instinct and applying logic and reason to things. And I do say this very often. But logic and reason does not go with intuition. If your gut says to you something's right, it's right. If your gut says something's wrong, it's wrong. You need to learn to trust yourselves. We've kind of lost that essence of trusting ourselves, that you feel within yourself that something is good for you, it's bad for you, or the time has come, or this is, it served its purpose and it's over now, or I need to move on to something else. We kind of drown that out and we apply logic. But if I do this, then what happens if this happens? And can I afford to do this? And all of these kind of thoughts kind of block us. And eventually we let go of that gut instinct and we rationalize it until it doesn't make sense anymore. And then often we find ourselves in a position where we say, you know what, I knew in my gut I shouldn't have done that. Or I knew in my gut I should have done that. And we didn't follow that guidance. And that's your higher self. That is spirit speaking to you and saying, here's the decision. This is what you need to do. Make a decision, but make it based on what you're feeling from within yourself. Not what other people are telling you. Not from what you're seeing around you. Open yourself up to possibilities and trust your intuition. But a decision needs to be made this week to do something, change something, start working towards something, whatever it is. Make the decision, trust your intuition, and do what you need to do. All right, let us quickly have a look here. We're going to take 3 of the Spirit Oracle cards. Okay, maybe you need to make the decision to even have a conversation with somebody to move towards healing. Who knows? Okay, so we're going to do one more shuffle, I mean, not just one more card, and see what comes up. There we go. Okay, so this says dreaming of you. And it says, someone you love will appear to you in your dreams. They reflect a part of you and a time of remembrance, a time of reflection and healing. This is quite appropriate. I don't know how many of you have been having very lucid or very detailed dreams, and dreams that you remember, or you feel like there's some kind of message or something deeper to the dreams that you're having. I've definitely been having them, and last night was one of those nights. But sometimes this person comes to, it could be an old school friend, it could be someone who's passed, whatever the case is. It says it's reflecting a part of you and a time of remembrance and reflection and healing. So look at the lessons that are coming through to you in dreams, because it might be loved ones trying to impart information. It may be just that yourself is reflecting somebody in your dream that is there, and it's happening for you to kind of realize certain things, to move towards healing on some level. But just pay attention to your dreams and see what's coming up there. Okay, someone you love will appear to you. They reflect a part of you. A time of remembrance, a time of reflection, and a time of healing. This is really what I felt last night. I thought, wow, okay, there's a lot of stuff come through. And don't panic when you don't remember a dream. Just ask your guides, say, please help me to gently remember the parts of this dream that I can, and the ones that are important and that are very relevant and will help in my healing. All right. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to know this week, please? Okay. Rest. I've also been telling a couple of people to do this lately, and I know that I've needed to do it myself. Rest. Switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you the world of good at this time. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and a sense of purpose. Okay, so even if you just go away for a weekend, or you just actually take the weekend off and sit next to the pool, or whatever it is, maybe not in this weather for you guys in the northern hemisphere, but here in South Africa it is summer, and we know it's summer. There's no doubt in our mind it's super hot here, so we're very blessed, and we are having a swim when we can and all of that kind of thing. But it's very important to rest. Okay, resting is so important in your Akashic records as well, and in your bigger scheme of things on a spiritual level. You are on a spiritual journey, but you have come into a physical body, and acting and doing is just as important as resting. Honoring yourself is just as important as doing the physical activities that you know you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so please bear that in mind. This is of utmost importance. It's something that needs to be done and needs to be honored. All right. Okay, and our last message for today, please. Whoops. Okay. Did I show you the rest card? Sorry, I don't think so. Very interesting, actually. Renewal. This is representative of health too. Whenever you see a snake, a lot of people think, oh, that's evil and it's a bad omen and all of that stuff. Snakes are, emblemic of health. We see it on the old emblems of any health organization or anything like that. They do represent health and renewal. Being able to shed your old skin, take a load off, get some rest. Okay, and then finally we have angel over me. So whether you believe in angelic energy or not, some of us believe it's an archetype or an angelic, just a universal energy that can be omnipresent everywhere. Whether you believe in it or not, know that there's some kind of spiritual protection. Okay, it says here, protection card. Angel wings surround you. Trust. Replace fear with love. You are eternally held safe within the arms of an angel. All right, and we need to remember that we must trust. We need to trust that we're being led on the right path. We need to follow our instincts. We need to trust ourselves, to tap into our intuition and take those intuitive, promptings that we get. We need to be very aware of that. So we need to also know when we need to make a decision, when we need to have a difficult conversation, whatever the case is, when we get a message like this, we need to trust. And we need to know that we're protected. If we have to have a difficult conversation, we're protected if we need to make a decision, as long as we are tuned into our higher selves and we're listening to ourselves, listening to what comes from within, the guidance that angelic energies or energies that we can't see are trying to give us. Okay, those little promptings that we get all the time, the little signs that we get all the time. It's very important to acknowledge and honor that as well. Okay, and now I see that my video is too long for IGTV. Unfortunately. Oh, maybe not. I'm going to try. I sincerely hope not. But I feel like I need to pull one more card. Okay, can we have the last one for this week, please? A lot of purple. This is a sign of spirit for me. Sorry, that was 3. I'm not going to take all 3. Purple often represents spirit for me. And remember, it represents the crown chakra as well on top of your head that connects you to source. Alright, that connects us to our divinity, to everything else around us. Wow, okay, there it goes flying. Let me just grab it. Oh, it's actually the card that is the theme of this deck. We may as well talk about it. The Spirit Oracle, everyone's mad about it. It's by Tony Carmine Salerno from 2005. So this has been around for quite a while. Okay, Spirit Oracle, but here is the card. Love has the power to transform and change our lives. And all it requires is faith. Oh, sorry, let me start again. I don't know what's wrong with me. Love has the power to transform and change our lives. All it requires is faith, for faith gives love power. We were told here to trust, okay? Trusting is having faith. It's the same kind of thing. So that's a beautiful message that I think I'm going to leave you with for today. Love has the power to transform and change our lives. All it requires is faith, for faith gives love power. All right, I hope that you all have a beautiful week. Please know that things can get better. Know that there are potential opportunities and things coming up for us this week. And if you need to make a decision, but make it from a place of trust within yourself as well. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust your guides and your guardians that you won't be led astray and that you are protected. All right, have a beautiful week. Chat to you all soon again. Take care. Bye-bye.